Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, At Home with Willowberry. Or if you're new, welcome. But where have you been? I'm so happy to see you here. My name is Valerie, and in today's video, how about joining us while we spend some time outdoors on our little homestead here in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. We're planting berry bushes, and then we fix up our chicken coop. The work here on our mobile home homestead never ends, so if you'd like to see what we've been up to, then I hope you'll stick around and enjoy the video. How are you all doing today? I hope you're having the best day ever wherever you're watching from in this big old world of ours. We finally got a little break from the rain, so we decided today would be a good day to get outside to plant some berry bushes. We have some berry bushes that we planted in buckets last spring. We've been wanting to get them in the ground for a while now, but the weather just hasn't been cooperating with us. Well, we woke up to the sun shining, so today's the day we transplant our berry bushes. We decided to plant them along the fence line back behind the watershed at the back of the garden patch. But first we need to get rid of all the weeds. The rain has been great for the veggies growing in the garden, but the weeds have also enjoyed all the rain. The weeds have grown like crazy. Tim's going to weed eat, and then we'll be ready to start planting the berry bushes. Like I mentioned earlier, we planted several berry bushes in buckets last spring. We planted raspberry, blackberry, and blueberry roots, and I labeled all the buckets with what we planted inside. Well, over the last year, the permanent marker wore off all the buckets, so we have no idea what each bush is at this point. I guess we'll just have to wait for the bushes to start producing berries before we know what we've planted. Oh well, I guess it will be a surprise. We had started about 12 berry bushes, but only 4 have survived, so needless to say, we're anxious to get them planted in the ground. I tell you what, I wake up every day thankful to be living in such a beautiful place. It has always been a dream of mine to live in the mountains, so living here on this little homestead up in the Virginia mountains has been a dream come true. It has really been a lot of fun growing a garden, planting an orchard, raising little baby chicks, and remodeling an old mobile home. I couldn't imagine doing any of it without Tim by my side. It's all been possible due to his hard work and dedication to our family that we're able to make our dreams come true. And I'm so happy that we've been able to share our dream with all of you. Well, y'all, we have one more berry bush to plant, and then we're going to call it a day. Tomorrow, when we wake up, we have plans to work out in the chicken coop, so stick around if you want to see what we have planned to do in there. I'm going to fix it up for my little hens. Well, good morning, y'all. Here we are at the chicken coop. We're checking in on our little hens to see how they're doing this morning. I'm so happy to see some of them sitting up on the roosting bars. That's a good sign. I guess they're getting comfortable out here. Well, y'all call me crazy, but I plan to decorate the chicken coop a little bit. I've seen some pictures of some beautifully decorated chicken coops, but I don't plan to go too wild in here. I just want to hang some curtains and hang up some metal signs that I've been collecting. Tim is going to hang a board for me so I'll have a place to screw my metal signs to, and then he's going to hang the curtain rods for me. So if you're ready, it's time to decorate the hen house. I ordered these chicken curtains from Amazon probably 2 years ago when we first moved into our new home. I've been wanting chickens for a long time, and I always knew I wanted to hang curtains up in the coop. I just never expected it would take this long to get the chickens. But we have them now, and I finally get to hang curtains up in our new coop.
Good chickie. All right.
Look at those pretty green feet.
I've been collecting some metal signs that I want to hang up here in the chicken coops. That's what I'm going to do now. Of course, they're all chicken themed. Some came from Tractor Supply and some I found on Amazon. Well, y'all, let's go ahead and hang my signs. think it turned out pretty cute, y'all. My favorite one is the white circle sign with the chicken covered in flowers. It's right up my alley. I wish it was 3 times bigger, and I would have hung it on the front of the coop between the 2 windows. I'll just have to keep looking. I'm sure I'll find the perfect item to hang on the front of the coop. Maybe a star or a quilt patch like you see on barns. That would be kind of neat, don't you think? All right, let me finish this up, and then I'm going to give the hens some fresh pine bedding. Today's the first day that the hens have been out in the chicken run. They were nervous at first, but now they seem calm. Only problem is they didn't want to or didn't know how to get back in the coop, so Tim and I had to catch each one and put them back in there. Hopefully it won't be long before they're going in and out on their own. Well, alright y'all, that's about it for another video. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I really did enjoy decorating the coop. I sure hope you all have a great week, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye, y'all.